Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? As you may or may not know, I have been vlogging daily. I can't promise that the vlogs are going to be every single day. Today is my third consecutive day of vlogging without nonstop, and I'm actually enjoying it. I find that I am liking it very much. Right now this channel is about my life, and I've said that from the beginning. I forgot to celebrate last month. Today is September 1st, Labor Day, and I forgot to celebrate last month that it was my second year on YouTube. And every year I went back on the exact date of my 2-year anniversary. I went back to my 1-year anniversary video, and I felt like a New Year's resolution, and I just had so many things that I wanted to put a new video out about, and make another resolution. Like, my years on YouTube are turning into like little resolutions for me, and you know how resolutions go. Hopefully you can follow them, and that's what I plan to do. So my resolution this year on YouTube is to do what and say and put out what makes me happy, what I want to put out. And right now I want to put out vlogs. I do have a hair company that is supposed to be sending me hair tomorrow, like shipping it out tomorrow. Before I begin, because I know people are probably going to ask, if you're interested, I am wearing the Sassy Mitchell Brazilian natural curl hair in lengths 18, 22, and 118 and 222s. So that's what I have in, plus a lace closure from Closure Addicts, the natural curl closure. And I guess I should put a video out about that also. I did do an unboxing, but I didn't edit or upload it yet. But this video is a Q&A. So basically what my vlogs have been about are my experiences as a young business owner. If you don't know, if you didn't watch my vlogs or any of the other videos where I mentioned it, I do own a daycare, a home daycare out of my home. It's a real business. Some people don't really understand the level of difficulty that this business does require. But it's just like any other business. Right now I'm in the starting stages. I rented this house specifically for this business. So this house, before anything else, before it's my living space, it's my business. So I rented it in May, at the end of May. Technically June 1st was my move-in date, but they let me move in a little bit early. I got my first kid in the middle of June. I officially got done with the whole licensing procedure last week, August 18th. So I am just excited to finally start. And this is probably going to be the first Q&A of many, but since I started putting out my vlogs, I've gotten a lot of questions, just question on question. So C. Garnett 2010 asked me, did you obtain a small business loan to start your business off? No, I didn't. My parents helped me out a lot as far as money goes. Plus I did have a little bit of a savings. I've been working since I was 14. I'm turning 21 this month, and I've been working since I was 14. And since I started college, I've been working full-time. So I did have a little bit of savings saved up to go towards it, but mostly it was my parents that helped me. How many kids do you have? The same person also asked, how many kids do you have enrolled, and do you have any other staff? I currently have 4 kids that come on a consistent basis. I have a few that have registered to start this week. Like I said, today is Labor Day, so I only had 1 come in today. I decided to stay open, but the other kids, parents decided to keep them home. So I only had 1 today, and he left early, so it's been a nice day, which is why I put some lipstick on and was like, let me just record this Q&A real quick. Do I have any other staff? I have 2 assistants that come. I have I have 3 assistants that help me out. You can go to bigstepsdaycare.com to find out more about my assistants and my daycare in general. What made you want to start your own daycare versus working for one? I did work for a daycare since 2010, so for about 4 years. I just quit that job in June. So yeah, I worked there for a while and I wasn't happy with the way that it was operated. I didn't like how it was being managed. I didn't like how the kids were being treated. I didn't like how I was being treated. I didn't really like it, and I'm not trying to bash where I used to work. But yeah, I always knew that I wanted to start my own daycare. Well, not always. I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher. But like in high school, you know, when they do those little questionnaires about your long-term goals and your short-term goals, my long-term goal was to open my own daycare. It just so happened that the opportunity presented itself quicker than I had imagined. It was about January that I realized that this was real and I was doing this now. I was doing some research on how to start a daycare in January, the beginning of this year. I was looking into it just for future, just out of pure like curiosity. I just wanted to know, what do I have to do, like, you know. And I figured that I was going to keep that knowledge and save it for when I was ready. And when I thought that I would be ready was after graduation, after teaching in a public elementary school for a little while, after those things, after a few years had passed, after I had my own kids. Like, I thought that I would then use that knowledge, but I just rolled with it. I mean, I use Craigslist and YouTube for everything. So I went on YouTube to see how to start a daycare. I found some information. I went on Craigslist because, I don't know, I found some daycare businesses that were for sale, and I started looking into that and finding out more and more information. And the more information that I found out, the more I became interested in doing it right now. After having a conversation with my father about it, he helped me to be able to do it right now, and I don't regret anything. I am in a little bit of a struggle, just like most businesses, startup businesses would be, but I don't regret anything. My boyfriend does have a degree in business marketing, and he has told me that the first year most businesses don't profit, meaning that the amount of money that you invested into your business, you probably won't make it back in the first year. And I'm not saying that it's impossible, because I do think that it is pretty possible, but that's just the average. And then I was also told by many people that the first 6 months is the hardest, and like you have to give your business 6 months for it to really kick in and start. So I'm just blessed and happy that within the first, it hasn't even been a whole 3 months yet. June, July. Actually, yeah, it has. It's been 3 months, and I'm already like almost at half my capacity. And my capacity is 12 kids to be here all day long, and then 4 additional children to be here for after school from elementary schools. So I'm licensed to carry 6 weeks to 12 years old children, and 5 years old to 12 years old, I can only have 4 of them for after school hours. But I can have 12 little ones. There's a whole bunch of different regulations, and you can, obviously, I don't expect everyone to be watching this to be in located in Queens, New York, but you can look up the different regulations and requirements for your city and state, and figure that out. If you need help, just leave a comment below and I'll try to help you if I can. But I basically know the regulations for New York City and New York State child care for both daycare centers and home daycares like the back of my hand. So you can ask me about those and I'll give you an answer real quick. But other states, other cities, I don't know if they're they're probably a little similar, but they're definitely a little different. To answer the question, what made me want to start my own is just because that's just me. I wanted to work for myself. I realized that after working for other people for a long time that that's just not what I want to do for the rest of my life or now. Naomi Gilmore asked me to do this Q&A, so you're welcome, Naomi, and to all other people that are interested, thank you for the idea. Are you a private daycare? Yes, I am a private daycare. I'm not really sure what that question even means. I'm pretty sure that most daycares are just private daycares, unless you're talking about, like, if you live in New York City, there's a new initiative called UPK, or Universal Pre-K, Universal Pre-Kindergarten, where if your child is 4 years old going on 5 or going into kindergarten the following year, they can go to daycare or pre-K for free. And that's a whole another program that I don't offer here. I am interested in it and I probably will in the future if I get that chance, but you have to have a licensed and certified teacher, and I'm not a certified teacher yet because I haven't graduated yet. I don't have my bachelor's degree yet, so maybe next year after I graduate and get my degree and get my teaching license, I will look more into that and do that. But right now I'm a private daycare. I have my own rules, my own curriculum and everything. How did I come up with pricing, she wants to know. Pricing, you can basically just call your competition. Just call them and ask them, like, pretend to be a parent. They'll probably tell you, oh, I don't give prices over the phone, you have to come in and blah blah blah. Some people are straight up and just tell you on the phone. Some people don't do that, but you can basically get an idea if you just call the local daycares in your area, or if you go, you can Google it. You can Google Queens, New York daycare price average or something like that, and you'll see a list. So that's how I've gotten tons of different prices, but the average price around here for a 2 to 5 years old, let's just say, is from $150 to $170. For babies, it's usually like $170 to $190. To compete with everybody else, because I'm a new business and I just need to bring those kids in, I made my price a flat rate of $130 per week. So if you or anyone you know in the Queens area needs daycare, I am charging only $130 a week, and I do pickup and drop-off services. I'm just saying. What age do you care for? I just answered this, Naomi. Just kidding. 6 weeks to 12 years old is what I'm licensed for. I advertise as 6 months to 12 years old just because I'm so scared of the little precious little babies. Like, I don't want to break them. I'm just really scared to hurt a little baby. And I'm not saying, like, maybe I shouldn't even say that, but I'm just so scared of holding little babies. Like, I love them. They're cute. I'll care for them. I'll be as careful as possible, but I just don't like, I just feel like the younger the child is, the more of the risk it is, and I just don't want to deal with that. Meal plans, I am enrolled in the CACFP, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program. I just joined them, so I'm not even officially enrolled yet, so let me not, like, I just have to be accepted first, and that process takes 90 days. If you're trying to open a daycare, just know that the first thing you're going to need is patience, and not even with these kids, with these licensors and organizations that you're trying to affiliate yourself with. You just need patience, because shit is going to take long. But yeah, I am trying to get into that, and basically it's a network that reimburses you for the money you spent on food for the children. So I'll go out and buy groceries or whatever, and I don't need to save my bills or anything like that. I just have to take daily attendance, and like there's a separate attendance for this program that I have to take, noting the meals that the kids ate, and then I have to do a meal count log, and just there's so much. They do random pop-up inspections to make sure you're following your menu, so you have to do a menu. There's just a lot. So that's why I'm always caught up doing paperwork sometimes. How do you promote your business? I've answered this in the vlog, I think. But basically, I recently started promoting a lot through Craigslist. And that is, I don't remember what made me first do it. It was probably just because I saw other daycares doing it, and I did that, and I was surprised that I was actually getting phone calls. Like, parents were seeing it and calling me, and I don't know why I didn't think of that before, like when I first started out. When I first started out, I was going to people, like I set days and times where I was leaving the house and going to walk down the street, like walk up and down the street giving business cards. Whenever I would go to the store, I would have cards with me. Like, there was just always cards on me. Taking the kids that I have now to the park, I would give out cards to parents. Walking down the street, like I would strategically stake out people with kids on the street, and then like stand there and wait for them to come towards me, and then approach them and give them, hey, big steps proud, you know. I stalked people and gave them my cards. I've done direct mail. Like, I literally drove down the blocks and got the addresses of the houses in my neighborhood. I have over 100 addresses, and I mailed letters to them about my daycare. I placed ads on corner store sides, and that's how I got one of my kids. She took the ad down and came. Social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, just everything. Like, everything that you can think of, that's how I promote. Like, everything. This is promotion right here. Like, everything. I just incorporate my daycare, my business, my brand into everything that I do. It looks like, she says, it looks like your classroom is well equipped. Where did you go shopping for all your things? Like I said, I don't know if I said it or whatever, but I was interested at first in purchasing a daycare, like taking over somebody else's daycare business, and I had found one in Queens, and I ended up not being interested at the time anymore. And then a few months later, I was interested, came back to the woman. She said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm renting the space out for something else, but I'm selling the furniture. And then a few weeks later, I went back to her again, and I was like, oh, I could use the furniture, because she was selling it for way discounted, like half off. So I got all that stuff down there for like extremely cheap prices. So yeah, I think that's all the questions that I got. At least that's all the questions that I got on that video. Let me quickly go into the first vlog, because I got a couple questions on there. Okay, there's another. That has nothing to do with me. Yeah, so that's all the questions that I got so far about my daycare business. I hope that I answered them. I was trying to talk fast because I know people. I know that I talk really slow, and I know that I ramble. So I was just trying to speed through them. My camera cut off in the middle. Like, I was just trying to get things done. So I'm sorry if you did ask me a question and I didn't answer it. Just ask me under this video right here, and I will answer it for you about the daycare. As far as my hair stuff goes, like I said, I am waiting on a company to send me some hair that I will review for them. I have had this Brazilian natural curl hair from Sassy Mitchell before. It was just in shorter lengths, and I do have an unboxing video, and I don't know if I did a review or not wearing it, but I have videos about plenty of videos about Sassy Mitchell, and their quality hasn't changed. So I just feel like me doing another video on Sassy Mitchell, or for example Yummy Hair Extensions, when I have literally dozens on both companies, makes no sense. Like, I'm obviously not gonna get as much of you. I'm not going to get the views. So you guys aren't going to watch me if I keep saying the same things. Like, yes, I love Sassy Mitchell, which is why I bought it. This hair is beautiful. I love it so far. I dyed it black, and that's pretty much it. I bought it. It's constructed on a U-part wig that I made myself. Lace closure is applied first to my braids, and then the wig is applied after, and it's all sewn down. I bought this hair for my 21st birthday. I'll be turning up in Miami with this hair in 17 days, and I am excited. School is starting for me soon. I am a childhood education major at St. John's University. If you didn't know, now you know. And it starts in 3 days. My online classes, I should actually order my books and start now. I'm taking 3 online classes and 2 classes in class. Ask me how I'm going to do that while running this business. I don't know. But we'll see. I have faith in myself. I have faith in God. I have courage. And that's pretty much it.